Are you running your race? I challenged you to run your race. And then I told you step one was choose to run. Choose to race. You got to decide, I'm going to get off the sideline and I'm going to get in the race. Now, once you decide that, the next step is choose the race. What race are you going to run? Now, when you think about running, every year when the schedule of races come out, I look at all the races and I decide which ones I want to run, which places I want to go to, where I want to go to run. I choose the races so I can specifically prepare for those races, because I can't do every race. Sometimes they have races in multiple different places all over the state at the exact same time. So you can't run every race, but you got to choose the race that you want to run the most. It's the same thing in our everyday life, whether it's your job, whether it's church, whether it's school. You've got to choose the race you're going to run, because it's so easy to get overwhelmed trying to do every race. You know the story of Nehemiah? Nehemiah was trying to rebuild the walls, and he knew what his work was. He knew what he had to do. Most important thing was to rebuild the walls. He knew what his race was. He had chosen his race. But then he had these guys warlords that wanted to distract him so he couldn't build the wall. And it was up to Nehemiah to not be distracted, to say no. I can't come away from the work I'm doing, because it's the race that I've chosen. It's the race God chose for me, and I'm gonna race it. And that's what we have to do sometimes. Sometimes we have to say no. Sometimes when we're pulled in different directions, we have to be able to say no and say, no, right now, the race that I'm running, the race that I've chosen, I have to put all my attention on that race so that you can be the best you can for that race. Now, please don't misunderstood. I'm not even talking about running. I'm talking about life, what you're doing in life. Don't allow yourself to be pulled in too many different directions. Don't agree to too many different things where you can't give your best effort. Sometimes the best answer for everybody is no. That's not the race that I'm running. So once you decide, I'm going to run, I'm getting in the race, choose the race you're going to run. Choose what your heart's in. Choose where your passion is. And then get in that race and run it for all you've got, because that is your opportunity. And we got to make the most of it. So, choose to race. Choose your race. Get up. Get focused. Get into your passion and get into the race. And let's mow everywhere we go.